Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome back to another Smite commentary, and for today we'll be playing Skadi in Assault. So, I had a couple of interesting matches today, this being the first one. The second one I'll show you tomorrow, but for this one, as you can see, we only got damage dealers, we have 2 hunters and we have 3 mages. And if you look at the opponent's side, they actually have 3 guardians, a warrior as well as a mage. So first off, my first thought about this game was like, oh my god, this is going to be very, very difficult. I mean, an Athena, a Bacchus, as well as a Sobek are able to jump on anyone very, very easily. And there is not an awful lot of peel we can give each other than our raw damage. Which is of course very powerful when you have a... Well, every single one of us deals a good amount of burst damage. Probably Chiron the least bursty of all of them. Unless of course it's late game and he builds crits. But as for the mages, they just have an insane amount of burst, and with the Calder I also have a very good amount of burst. So since we're against such a high dive potential gods with a lot of abilities I want to avoid as much as possible, I picked up the warrior Skadi, which I feel like is probably the best bet in this game. And since I expect they will get a lot of defenses. I mean, 3 guardians and a warrior, they will get at least some defenses, so I already started with the Tides of Bane to make sure that I at least can do some damage through their defenses. So, I do need to watch my positioning a little bit. I don't have Purification Beads, I went for the Salvation. I figured that if I need Purification Beads, then I'm going to die very quickly. Anyway, oh my god, he already jumped me and... Well, that was quick. And that was an insane amount of damage, as you saw there. They have 3 Soul Reavers. Their tanks are no tanks. Their tanks are Soul Reaver kamikaze dudes. As you saw, the frenzy on the Bacchus as well as the jump immediately brought me down to very low HP. I think about 60-50% after one ability. After that the ultimate came out, as well as some follow-up from his team as well. But this does mean that they have absolutely no tanks on their team. Everyone built damage. The 3 tanks went for Soul Reaver altogether. And as you can see, this engage will go for us. As you can see, beautiful ult routing 2 in place. My Skadi is still... Not Skadi, my Calder was still going. Able to pick up Bacchus. Already 2 kills for me. Very, very quickly after the first blood. Able to pick up the kills. Was able to root the Athena inside the tower range. And without any defense, you're just as squishy as everyone else. You will die very quickly, especially at level 5. Not the best time to be diving towers. That's a lot of damage. Ooh, I thought that would actually kill him. Let's see, can I get it? Nice. The slipper slide is enough to finish that one off. Let's go for some decent damage. And as you can see, a lot of damage. He has no defenses. He got nothing on us. Nothing. My one hit him for 200. On a tanky, well, you're supposed to be tanky Sobek. That's insane. So, I think you kind of get why I thought this was a very odd game. The fact that nobody in the entire enemy team picked up any defense items, while they are all tanky characters except for the Raijin, is really curious for me. Because if they go for defense, they can sustain long against us. And they will have their base damage, which will allow them to pick up enemy gods just as easily. They just need to focus the targets a little bit more. Because they jumped on me with a Soul Reaver, they can finish me off quicker. And 2 of them is enough to finish me off. But if they don't have the Soul Reaver, then you probably need 3 or 4 to take someone down as quick. But you will actually survive. Because when I came back, we were able to pick up 2 very, very quickly. And as you can see, the Athena is just level 6 at the moment. Lowest in the game, and I'm already level 9 because I get so many kills. I got 5 out of 6 kills in my team already. With the help, of course, of the Calder. Was able to pick up a couple of kills. Finished a couple off with my 3, which does almost 0 damage. But if they don't have any defenses and are very low on HP, I guess it's fine. Ooh, bit off the mark with my 1. If I hit that 1, he would have been slowed, would have been hit by the Calder as well. Would have been very low. I do have to admit that we have a lot of burst damage on both sides. I mean, Calder, Skadi, with the Chiron is a lot of physical damage, and if you look at the Zeus, Raijin, Janus, that's an insane amount of magical damage. So getting a good defense item is probably not the easiest thing. Probably a well, at least a Sovereignty and a Hardware. Ooh, looks like engaged. Frenzy used by the Bacchus is going to dive the tower. I'm still looking for an ultimate. As you can see, root on both of them, hitting an insane amount of damage. Able to pick up the Athena. Bacchus died as well. I'm very low on HP, able to just barely get out my meditation before I got knocked up. And I was fine. And as you can see, the engagement on the... Wow, the Janus was very lucky. Nice portal to get him as well as the Sobek out of the fight for a bit. We were able to pick up the Sobek before. Raijin just a bit too late to finish off the enemy, so we can't. But as you can see, I can just let Calder tank the tower, get a couple of shots in, and make sure that we take this tower down more easily. Just wow, this game is weird to me. I mean, no defense on the opponent's side with 3 tanks and a warrior is odd on its own. The fact that I got so many kills already is very odd as well. As you can see, I can go for another kill. I will just go for it. I know I'm going to die with the Sobek arriving as well, but with low on HP, no lifesteal, not an awful lot of meditations on our team, I feel like it's not a good thing for me to stay alive anyway. Also had an awful lot of gold, but Bloodforge outright with the finishing of the Titan's Bane, bringing me the pen that I might need if they eventually get some defenses, as well as helping the Calder, of course, and the Bloodforge. Once I get a kill, additional movement speed, the shield, just very potent. Lifesteal on it as well, a lot of power, everything you need with the Calder. Let's see, Raijin is going to go for the ultimate, but a return ultimate from the box is enough to finish him off, but the Summoner tanked the tower for too long, was picked up by the Raijin. Or maybe he tried to suicide but was still tagged by the Raijin. I'm not sure what happened there. Had no vision, so no real confirmation on that one. But already 8 in 2 with 3 assists. It is insane. I accidentally put a point into my ultimate. I usually don't do that as Skadi because I feel like all your other abilities provide just that much more. The fact that your Calder gets so much additional effects and damage when leveling your 2 is just way too good. As you can see, Frenzy again used. Able to pick up was... the Bacchus was picked up by the Chiron, so that's nice. It was a return kill. They were able to pick up the Janus though, not an awful lot I could have done. I did get CC'd as well, so I guess it's fine. He can spend his gold as well. That's something that is kind of underestimated sometimes, because I have lost games where I had an insane amount of gold, but where I died at the moment and they all survived on the opponent's side, getting 2 towers, a Phoenix and a Titan in a row. It is insane. Depending of course on the combination they have. I think they had a Nuwan, a couple of Hunters, and maybe a Kronos as well. They are just very, very powerful against the Phoenix, the towers, as well as the Titan. It's just way too much to deal with. So if you're against a particular combination, make sure at least someone dies on the opponent's side, or make sure that at least someone survives. It looks like Shell is used on the opponent's side. Immediately I fall back. That's something you want to look for. They use their, especially the Bacchus uses his relics very, very early. You saw there the first time he used his Frenzy. That's when I died for the first blood. Afterwards he used his Frenzy again and dove the tower, which was a very good indication. As you saw here, he used his shell and immediately I turned around, run away, because you don't want to fight into the shell if you don't have to. We were able to disengage, got rid of that very powerful relic. It looks like the Bacchus ultimate is still on me. We might be able to get someone down. Raijin is going for someone else with his ultimate, and as you can see, Calder, a lot of damage, 250 per hit already. That's a lot of damage. Insane. Also got an achievement. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's something like Calder finished someone off. I think he already did a couple of times. Maybe it's multiple times of finishing off. I'm not sure, but I'm using my ultimate to keep the Athena in place. She has some bit of protections, but definitely not enough. And my 1 is enough. And my basic is enough to finish off the second one. The Sobek tried to get in. I think he was going for some healing with his 3. Didn't come out fast enough. 1 basic was enough to finish him off because he was already very low before we started the engagement. Calder on the Phoenix. Make sure that he deals the damage as well. Calling him back just to make sure that the Raijin doesn't deal the damage. And now I call him again on the Phoenix to make sure that he can tank it up. If he can, definitely let him tank it. As you can see, again, a very good amount of damage. That's a lot of damage on the enemy Sun Wukong. As you can see, already from basically full to health to about 30%. Well, 50 now with that meditation. But a lot of damage. And it cost me literally nothing. It cost me my 3, my 1. And that's it. It literally cost me nothing. But they are going to engage on us. And I don't really feel like going for the 4v5. They do have a lot of CCs and a lot of burst because they went, of course, for the Soul Reavers. So if they do get a nice combination of abilities out, they will be able to burst me or anyone on my team very, very quickly. So if we can have a 5v5, definitely a lot better than the 4v5, especially with the amount of CCs they have. Looking for some poke. My 3 does almost no damage, as you can see. Ooh, nice taunt. Not in time. I couldn't use my Sanctuary. It was in the air. That's a lot of damage and I'm going to die guaranteed. I probably should have turned around and dealt some return damage to the opponents, but it was just way too much. Nice combination. Yeah, Athena taunted me. The taunt was almost over. Then I got knocked up by the buckets with a lot of damage. After I landed, I did use my Sanctuary to get rid of some of the damage, but after that they followed up with a Sobek in his ultimate with an Athena ultimate on top, and we would have had no opportunity to get out of that one. What could I have done different? Probably not getting taunted. I should have backed up a little bit more. Looks like Zeus is going to get engaged by the buckets, is able to pick him up, but the Raijin is diving very deep and did die to the tower. Looks like everyone died, but the Raijin on our team just respawned. So, I don't know. This is a weird game. Let's just wait a little bit, get additional attack speed for me as well as my Calder. Calder doesn't get as much attack speed, only 50%, but I feel like it's still pretty decent. And in this game in particular, since they have almost no defenses, getting more basic attacks out will help me a lot. The Hastened Fatalis will also provide me a lot of mobility. Once I hit someone, I will be a lot better capable of avoiding a lot of their abilities. Sobek Charge, Tiger Form from the Sun Wukong, as well as Bacchus Belly Flop. Not so much the taunt from Athena because it's still a cone, so I feel like it's really easily. Well, she will have a good time hitting it anyway if she gets the opportunity. So I do need to be careful for her anyway, because of course I didn't pick up Purification. I feel like it would not have turned out better if I did. Again, I think they activated a relic as well. They used their sprint already, and as you can see, the preemptive relics are definitely not something you want to do. Already move forward before you go, get a little bit closer to your enemies, because with the Janus as well, he will just put down the threshold, provide the additional team movement speed, because everyone will walk over it. Ooh, just barely able to get my Calder before the Sun Wukong hit me with his stun. As you can see, a lot of damage, able to burst a lot of them. I don't really care for the Athena ultimate. At this point, we just have way too much damage. As you can see, able to finish off the Athena. Can I get a pockets as well? One more basic will be enough, and it will secure my double kill. 14 in 3 and 7. Part of 21 of the 28 kills. Definitely not a bad score, especially considering it is Assault. So you will have times where you are not in the fight. Guaranteed. Let's see, can we hit it through the wall? No, looks like he did move up further. 10 seconds on the Athena, 8 on the Sun Wukong. We will have enough damage, and as you can see, Sobek already down. Just a little bit more damage on the Titan, but with a Zeus, a Chiron, as well as a Skadi, and not forgetting the Calder. Just way too much damage on the Titan. We were able to pick up the victory as Sun Wukong respawned. Nothing he can do. Absolutely eviscerated. So, this was very odd. If they went for more defense items, I feel like it could have been a way other game. Getting Soul Reaver is probably not a bad idea. As you can see, a lot of damage. Zeus did way more damage than I did. But of course, he has a way easier time as well. You can just throw out the shield at a huge range, bounce that lightning, deal the damage. But I did a decent amount of damage as well. Skadi, very good at dealing damage. But I feel like in a more team fight oriented game mode, like for instance Assault, Arena, or something like that, Skadi will have a more rough time, because if you don't position yourself well, as you probably saw a couple of times, they will just jump on you, will kill you. If I got Purification, I still don't feel like it would have been another way, because they just had a lot of burst with the Soul Reavers in their favor. 4 Soul Reavers on enemy team, as you can see, that's just a lot. That's a lot. I mean, 4 Soul Reavers, if they all hit you at the same time, I think it's 15% now. That will be 60% of your health. You will be dead, because the additional damage from the abilities that deal it will just finish you off. There's a quite short cooldown, so it is very good. Picking up first, though, I don't think so. Maybe on the Bacchus, because he has a lot of burst with the belly flop ult combination. Getting it on Athena and a Sobek as well. You don't have any frontline, as well as the reason because someone went for a full power build, which I don't dislike as much in this game, because he was the only physical. But if you are not able to survive, then you won't be able to get out your damage. So you kind of need to find the sweet spot for it. And I feel like they just haven't. They didn't have any defenses. We were just able to burst through them too quickly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this odd game. Tomorrow is another odd game, I feel like. But I guess you'll see if you want to see. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.